The OE style headlights that we're talking about here today will be a perfect choice for the 2016 through 2018 HID Silverado owners looking for a way to affordably clean up and refresh a damaged or faded light or lights on the front of your rig. Now these lights will stay true to the OE styling thanks to the chrome housing with a crystal clear lens, HID projector, and amber reflector, all for right around that $300 price point per side. So again, these lights should appeal to the HID Silverado 1500 owners out there who are looking to make the front of the truck look like new again by replacing one or both of the faded or damaged factory lights. Now, unlike a lot of our other options here at AmericanTrucks.com, these are going to be for the Silverado owners looking for a simple stock replacement as opposed to swapping to something that will deliver a more modified look through things like black housings, smoke lenses, or something a little bit more radical. Now, I do want to point out that while we only have the passenger side with us here today, you can find both the passenger and driver side available here on the site, which is nice because maybe you were just in a small fender bender and need to replace only one side as opposed to replacing both, but again, you certainly have that option. But getting back to the OE style headlights here from a construction standpoint, and you'll find that chromed ABS plastic base or housing that is then topped off with a crystal clear polycarbonate lens, all of which is sealed up nice and watertight to help prevent any moisture or condensation from getting inside the lens. Now the chrome trim is right where it should be as found on the factory lights, and it even includes the LED daytime running lights that run across the bottom of the upper block. Now keep in mind guys, these are only going to appeal to HID truck owners out there. And with that being said, you will need to swap over both your bulbs and your ballasts in order to get these things up and running, as they do not include any brand new bulbs. Now the lights have been given the DOT and SAE stamp of approval, making them legal for use in all 50 states. And they are fully adjustable so you can aim them properly after the install. Price point for the stock replacements per side will live around that $300 mark here, making these pretty affordable overall. However, if you did want to use this as an opportunity to swap out to something a little bit more aftermarket, you will be able to find some more affordable options here on the site if that's the route you want to go. Last but not least, let's shift gears and talk about the install. And because there's no added LEDs or anything crazy here, expect a very simple plug and play swap with the addition of swapping over your factory bulbs and ballasts. Now the site's going to call this a solid 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter and about an hour to complete from start to finish. But now to give you a better idea of how this one might go down at home, let's throw it out to the shop for our detailed walkthrough and tool breakdown.
For this install, you need a 3/8 and 1/4 inch ratchet, 3/8, 10, 1/4 inch 10 and T15 socket, and a clip removal tool. All right, today we're gonna be installing some headlights in our Silverado, so let's get started. All right, first thing we have to do is get our radiator cover off. So we have a bunch of push clips going all the way across. So we're gonna grab our clip removal tool and take them out. All right, now we can move our radiator cover out of the way. Just lift it up. All right, now we're gonna take our 4 bolts off that hold our top of our grill on. Here, 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 here. We're gonna grab our ratchet and 10mm socket and take them out. All right, now we can pull our grill straight out. If you need to, just give it a little pull at the bottom, release the tabs. All right, now we're gonna come into our wheel well. We're gonna take two T15 screws out of the wheel liner to access a 10mm bolt that is mounting the bottom of the headlight on the inside of the bumper about here. All right, now we're gonna go a ratchet and T15 socket and take this bolt and this bolt out. All right, you can just peel the liner back so you can access a bolt on the inside of here. Now it's going to be very difficult to see, but you're going to grab a 1/4" ratchet, 10mm socket, take it out. It's going to be about here with the head on the outside. All right, now we're going to come back to the front of our headlight. We have two 10mm bolts up top and one in the bottom down here. So we're gonna grab our ratchet and socket and take them off. All right, then we have our one at our bottom down here. Then we can remove our headlight. All right, now you're gonna push up on the headlight a little bit. Just lift this top tab here. Headlight will come out. We have our one connector with our red locking tab. Pull that back. Then squeeze down the black tab. Pull out the connector. All right, now you go ahead and repeat those same steps for the other side. All right, now before we get our new headlight installed, we do have to swap over a couple things. We have to swap over our bulb and our lower trim piece. We're gonna start with our bulb. We're gonna get our covers off. Simply just pull off. Now down in here, you're going to see your HID bulb. Now there is a release tab that is in here on the side. You just pull that down and you can simply pull the bulb out. You wanna be very careful with this, and especially do not touch that bulb. It will burn out. These are very expensive. So we're gonna set that aside. We're gonna go to our new light and reach in and find our connector. It's just dangling in there somewhere. All right, so we have our wire connector out. We're gonna plug that in. Now you're gonna make note that there is a slightly different design in here. This simply just drops in and is gonna make a 1/4 turn. You just gotta find the right spot. You just put it in, and you just slowly spin it around until it drops down. You gotta find the right grooves. There it is. Give it a 1/4 turn, and we're just gonna install our cap. Push that all the way around, and we can go ahead and flip our light over. All right, so we have our lower painted piece here. Now ours is damaged and has been removed a few times, but you're just gonna get up underneath the plastic, give that a nice yank. You'll see the tabs that are holding it down. You can see ours is separated. No big deal. We're gonna go over to our new light, line up all of our tabs. Go ahead, just tap it in place. Now you can go ahead and do the same thing for the other headlight. So we're gonna get our new headlight. We gotta have our factory connector. We're gonna get that plugged in, and then secure our red locking tab down. Now we can go ahead and get this in place. Just to make note, this mounting point down here is the one that we took out behind our fender liner. But we're just gonna get all of our mounting points lined up. All right, now we're just gonna get one bolt loosely installed up here, and then we're gonna go behind our fender liner and get this bolt back here mounted up. So now we have our lower headlight mount on the side here. Now I'm gonna go in our fender liner. Once again, you're not gonna be able to see this. It lines up right about here on our bumper. We're gonna get that lined up, threaded in. Grab our 1/4" ratchet with a short 10mm socket, and go ahead and tighten that down. All right, now we can go ahead and re-secure our fender liner. So we'll get our two T15 screws back in our fender liner. Grab our ratchet and socket and tighten those down. So on top of the headlight, we already have our one threaded in there. We're gonna get our other bolt threaded in, grab our ratchet and socket, tighten that down. So we just have our last bolt on the front here down at the bottom. So our ratchet, socket, and our bolt. Go ahead and tighten that down. Once you have this headlight all secured, you can go ahead and repeat the same thing on the other side. Now we're gonna get our grill back in place. Just line up all of our tabs, give it a good tap in place. And we're gonna go ahead across the top and install all of our 10mm bolts. All right, lastly, we have our radiator cover. We're just gonna locate that in place and go ahead and install all of our push clips going across. And that wraps up our install of our OE style headlight with a chrome housing clear lens for our passenger side of our 2016-18 Silverado 1500 with factory HID headlights. And remember, for everything Silverado, keep it right here at AmericanTrucks.com.